Okay, so we're going into a cutscene. I'll check, see if it's voice actor or not. I don't think it's going to be, but unlikely, I'll say that, but I'll see in a moment. Yeah, this is definitely not voice acted, okay. We're good. How far away are we actually from the end of Heaven's Ward, just out of curiosity?
In terms of the entire expansion, we're in... Let me bring this up again. Right now we are... Oh, I'm actually in the first quest of patch 3.3, and you might be just about there, which is the middle of it.
Oh, so we're roughly in the middle of the second half. So
yeah,
basically we're going to be entering the last quarter of the expansion pack soon. Alright, fair enough.
And actually 3.3 as far as number of quests is actually pretty short.
Here's a question I have for you, actually. Do you think we'll finish Heaven's Ward off before my subscription runs out?
I'm not sure. There's a possibility. Now, had it not been for the whole flap that happened with that 1 hour thing and then having to make that up, I definitely would have said yes.
Okay. Quick question here. Do I get any of these coffers? We've got fending, maiming, striking, and scouting.
Don't really need any of those. If you want to take the silver, go ahead.
Okay, I'll take the pieces.
I mean, you've got the better gear in terms of the body and leg pieces, but the head and feet and hands would probably be better than what you currently have on.
All right.
When you get to the next one, because the next one's got casting, so...
Okay.
And if nothing else, you can pick up a casting one just for the glamour's sakes anyways, so... Even if you don't use any of the gear.
We got a cutscene with Y'shtola here and Krill.
Yep.
Not
sure in fact, I'm in that cutscene myself right now. I'm getting out of it, though.
Okay, this is voice acted, so I'm going to mute.
Yeah, it's voice acted. Oh, so you're right there, then. Yeah.
Enough to fuel a 1,000-year quest for vengeance. It was all I could do not to run away screaming. But Ishgardians, nay all Eorzeans, are made of sterner stuff. They face danger and death on a daily basis and understand what it takes to win a war.
Think not too deeply on Master Matoya's words. Her intent was but to steal our resolve. That, and to remind us to look beyond these passing conflicts to trials greater still, to the truth which hides at the heart of this world.
So that's your aim, is it?
You disapprove?
Not at all. I believe it's traditional for the student to follow in the footsteps of the master. And you are so very alike.
change. That great inexorable wave was upon us, and soon all of Ishgard would bend to its will. For all our sins, for all our scars, the future for which we had long yearned was at last within our grasp. But it would be bought at a heavy price. For in those twilight hours did Nidhogg cry out for vengeance, and his brethren raise their voices for the final chorus of the Dragon Song War.
Okay, we're back. Gotta talk to the knight now and start the man within. Okay, so I'm gonna head inside now. Fair enough.
Yeah, you're starting that one. I'm starting the one right after that one.
Which means we've still got a while before we actually get to the next dungeon.
Well, the next one after that one that you're starting is an ally for Ishgard. It was one of the two I mentioned, so... in terms of quest, because the one after the one I'm doing now is winning over the worm, which is a quest that unlocks that, so...
Question, do you think we'll get up to, like, unlocking the dungeon within the next, say, 35, 40 minutes?
For that, I would say yes.
Alright, then we'll definitely just start then when we get to the unlocking the dungeon.
Yeah, that's a good place for it. Because something else I didn't mention yet was that it's definitely a better idea to save the dungeon for next time because of that and the trial right after that, but then only 4 quests away from the trial is another dungeon, so...
I see, so...
Yeah, so it's possible next time we could have 2 dungeons in one session.
Either that or we could do the dungeon trial, the 4 quests, and then just unlock the next one after that. But we'll see what happens.
Yep.
Excuse me, for the next session. Honestly,
Yeah,
we're not even quite done with this one yet, so
yep.
Still got some ways to go.
Because the fun thing is, I said we're in the middle of the patches. Well, patch 3.4 after this is the biggest one left in terms of quests, and it's got like 10 quests in there. That's it. Patch 3.5 has a combined total of 9 because that's split into 2 parts. One's got 5 and the other one's got 4, and that's it. So,
well, fair enough.
Just to give you an idea of how far we're close to the end of quest we are before we're at the end of Heaven's Ward.
Okay, I gotta speak to So we're at the Forgotten Night.
Yeah, this is still the second half of Realm Reborn. We would not have been this close.
Oh god, no. I mean, fucking second half of... To be fair, the second half of Realm Reborn wasn't as bad as the first half, though, so... Let's change that back, actually, now. That's the local time back up anyway, just in case anybody's wondering. It is quite... Here's the thing, you've probably noticed, obviously, with the clock, that we do record these quite late on for me, so... I mean, this isn't even the latest we've ever recorded it before. I think we've gone up to like 4 or 5 a.m. my time, so... Oh, hey, Nova. It's the first time I'm seeing you. Smile for the camera, buddy. Smile for the camera. Actually, I think this is one of the few times we've never partied up for an entire session.
Yeah. Yeah, well, circumstances has dictated otherwise.
Yeah, there was no point.
Cutscenes, one or the other, and then we had solo duty, and we weren't going to quite get to the dungeon anyways in this session, so just enough to unlock it.
I know another cutscene, and I don't know if it's voice acted or not, though.
Is it inside the Forgotten Night building?
Yeah.
I believe it is, actually.
Okay, I'll mute up and see how it works.
Actually, let me just see.
Not to worry, Alphino.
I think it
We
is.
had some rather fine mulled wine to keep us company. Truth be told, you could have delayed your arrival a few moments more.
Gibrion got the spicing just right this time. His latest batch is not only delicious and warming, but soothing to the humours.
Okay, it's that one.
Indeed. But 'twas not to soothe our humours that we gathered here.
Ah, no, quite right. The matter of that poor dragoon.
You have discovered something. A means to save him?
Let us not jump to conclusions, shall we? Assess the facts presented, then make an educated analysis, as you were taught.
Pray, cast your mind back to the moment of Estinian's transformation. Do you recall how you described it to us? You spoke of the sudden pangs which racked his body when he took up both of Nidhogg's eyes, and of how his form was twisted thereafter into a shadowy semblance of the Great Worm.
When he appeared at Falcon's Nest, the worm's eyes were fused to his mail.
Would that only his armor had been corrupted. Snaking forth from the eyes, I descried dark tendrils which entangled his very being. His ether has been all but smothered.
Then he is lost to us forever?
What did I just say about jumping to conclusions? Y'shtola clearly stated all but smothered. As I later discovered, her impression matched my own. Though Nidhogg's presence filled my mind's eye, beneath his seething aura, I sensed the merest hint of something else. And after listening to Y'shtola's observations, I became more certain of my suspicion that the something else I had sensed was, in fact, the trace of a different will, submerged in the sea of Nidhogg's rage.
You mean...
Yes, 'tis like that Estinian spirit yet lingers.
Can we not wrest him from Nidhogg's grasp, then? Tear the eyes from the armor?
We know not if that would serve to separate Worm's soul from man's. None have ever attempted such a feat.
Should it offer even the faintest hope of success, then by the gods, I shall be the first to try.
Alphino. By all means, hold fast to your hope, but be mindful of the dangers. Even should you succeed in excising the eyes from the Dragoon's mail, we have no way of knowing if your friend's soul would survive so violent a separation. And that is to say nothing of the possibility that his would-be savior might become Nidhogg's next host.
But what other choice remains to us? Should the opportunity present itself, I will tear those foul orbs from Estinian's armor and trust in the resilience of his soul, even at the risk of mine own.
Ah, I found you at last. A messenger of the Temple Knights came to the manor some few hours past. The Lord Commander humbly requests the company of the Warrior of Light and Master Alphino.
Sir Emmerich would speak with us. Very well, thank you, Onawa.
'Twould seem duty calls. Pray see to yours, and we shall return to ours.
Thank you, Y'shtola, Kryl. Your words have given me hope where there was none. Come then. Sir Emmerich awaits.
Alphino is allowing his feelings for this Dragoon to cloud his thoughts. I worry he may do something rash. Keep an eye on him, would you?
They think more of their friends' deliverance than their foes' defeat. But will history commend their fealty or condemn their folly?
The conference held at Falcon's Nest was to be a celebration of the reconciliation twixt man and dragon. But the lingering shade of Nidhogg, clad in the flesh of the Azure Dragoon, did mark the occasion by spilling the blood of his own kind. A timely atrocity to remind the children of Ishgard that the Dragonsong War was far from over. And when fear gave way to fury, the call to arms rang out anew. Death to Nidhogg. Death to Nidhogg.
Okay, we are done with the cutscene. And we're back in the game as soon as it loads up properly.
I am on winning over the worm, by the way.
Okay, so yeah, we'll get this done in the next 20-30 minutes.
Yep.
I just need to end off the man within. Speaking to Alphanon, and this should end the quest.
Yeah. You'll have an ally for Ishgard next before the one I'm on.
Right, you said to get the casting coffer?
Yeah, get the casting one at least.
Alright, let me have a quick look what this does to my thing then, before I do the next thing.
I believe it's 240 gear, which you won't need the body and leg pieces, but you can use the head, hands, and the leg, feet, I mean. Because I'm pretty sure those three sets have not been upgraded to Shire yet. It won't be as good as Shire for those three spots, but it'll be better than what you have right now.
Oh, I know why it's not done. It's because I forgot to go into the inventory and
yeah.
Thingy. 1 second. Right, use that. I got all these stuff. I'm just gonna do that thing where I put it to recommended gear.
Okay.
241, fuck.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I'm actually nearly at 20,000 HP now. Jesus Christ. Alright, I'm on an ally for Ishgard.
So your item level is 241 now?
Yeah. Like, well,
Yep.
that thing is anyway, you know, that number in the right. Yeah.
Right, the upper right corner of your picture, yeah. Yeah, because I've got all the Shire gear my character, and mine's at item level 270, so...
Well, obviously, you're going to be a bit higher than me anyway, so...
Yeah. Oh, just because I got all the gear,
Well,
yeah.
yeah, you obviously spend more time collecting better gear and shit than I do. Alright, quest accepted. Don't know if we're going to a cutscene or not. Okay, I think we are. I don't know if this is voice acted, though, or not.